Hey everyone, welcome back to the Movie Couple channel. I'm Wendy and this is my review for Furiosa. Snatched from the green place of many mothers, young Furiosa falls into the hands of a great biker horde led by the warlord Dementus. Sweeping through the wasteland, they come across the Citadel, presided over by Immortan Joe. As the two tyrants fight for dominance, Furiosa soon finds herself in a non-stop battle to make her way home. Not only this movie tells the origin and the story of Furiosa, this is also the prequel, essentially, to Mad Max Fury Road, which I thought was a near-perfect movie. I remember watching it a couple of times in theater because I just couldn't get over how grand and awesome and epic it was. I know a lot of that movie was shot on location, very practical, which made it also super hard for the cast, the crew, filmmakers, and etc., which I believe is why they pulled back the reins a little bit on that. So I believe they still did film on location quite a bit, but I don't think it was as much as Fury Road, which I feel like we can kind of tell a little bit in the trailer that there are some parts that they used more of they relied more on the CGI and the special effects versus the practical. I love the character of Furiosa, and after learning all about her in Mad Max Fury Road, I was really excited to get the sequel and to have Anya Taylor-Joy as young Furiosa. Just made me really happy because I think she is a really strong actress. She has absolutely crushed everything that she's been in. Whether I've liked the movie or not, she has always been really stellar. For example, I didn't super love The New Mutants, but her performance in it was fantastic. I think she's super captivating. She's transformational. There is something about her when you watch on screen. Everything just kind of falls away, and her delivery is always just so great. I think one of the things that surprised me the most about this movie was how long we went in this movie before getting to see Anya Taylor-Joy as Furiosa. We stay with a younger Furiosa played by, how you say her name, I think is Alila Brown. She played, younger Furiosa, child Furiosa, and she is phenomenal. Also, like, the casting, the match, it's totally believable that she would be the child Furiosa. She is ferocious, awesome, not being able to, having so little lines, but being able to say so much at the same time for a young actress, I think was tremendous. And I really enjoyed seeing her in the role. But at the same time, it felt like we were almost to the halfway point of the movie. I don't think it's quite so, but that's what it felt like. I thought, wait, we haven't seen Anya's Furiosa yet, but this is her movie. When is she going to come in? Ironically, when she came into the film, when Anya finally appeared on screen as Furiosa, so some time has passed, that's where the pacing kind of dropped off a little bit for me. I don't know what happened, but everything kind of became just kind of like the action paused. Not the action, but just, imagine you're having a train going, you've got this great pace going, and it just suddenly kind of stops. And for a little bit, it wasn't as exciting, which I found kind of just a little odd because, like, here's the star of the movie with her powerful presence, on the screen, and it wasn't captivating me, just all the things that were happening. I feel like they were kind of sticking on certain things for a little bit too long, and they were over-explaining things when they could have just moved forward. I also want to talk about Chris Hemsworth's Dementus in this film, who I feel like, one, it's a great character for him to portray, and two, he thoroughly enjoyed being in this character. It was just loud, unapologetic, out there character. He got to ham it up in ways, not in the same way as like Thor Love and Thunder, but it's just like a fun character, and it wasn't a caricature of anything. It was just a truly fun character where at times when I was watching Dementus, I was like, I kind of like you right now, and then in the next minute I'm like, no, I hate you. You are not his performance, but as the character, because he was just doing such awful things. This movie, from beginning to end, was filled with a lot of action. I was hoping that they wouldn't kind of default to it's a prequel, so we have to have a lot of like narration, we have to have a lot of exposition. They do that, but they do it in the way, kind of how they did it in Mad Max Fury Road, but those scenes never paused the movie for me. One of my favorite things about Fury Road is the car chases across the sand, across the desert. Super action-packed, a lot of explosions. my heart was so full watching all of it on the big screen. I got to watch it in an IMAX, and it was amazing, and I'm glad I found a seat that was further back so my eyeballs were able to take in literally everything they were showing me on screen. I remember reading a interview, and I can't remember who it was with, but it was as in an outlet, but I remember Anya saying that she kind of fought for having 30 lines in the movie. But it never really dawned upon me until I saw this movie how little she actually spoke, but every time she did, she made it count. It was really impactful. But also with Anya, she has very expressive eyes, and she was telling a whole story through her eyes, and that woman is made for action, as we all already knew. It's been a while since I've seen Fury Road, so it's nice to see certain moments in the film that obviously kind of calls back or foreshadows to what we would learn later on in Fury Road, but to kind of see it unfold is really great. I really love the storytelling, and even though I did notice a couple of, green screen or special effects stuff, sometimes it didn't really work for me. I feel like you could really see it with your eyes. It didn't matter that much. It wasn't that distracting because the action and the intention of it all is still so good. I feel like at the end of every big action piece, I wanted to stand up and cheer because that's how much adrenaline was pumping through my veins. The ending of this movie, it comes down to Furiosa and Dementus, and Morton Joe plays a pretty big part as well. But what happens at the very, very end actually surprised me. I shouldn't be shocked that they went there, but I am kind of shocked that they went there. What that last scene is, you're gonna have to watch the movie to find out, but I don't think you'll be disappointed in this film. It is, high energy action all the way through. Yes, it does lose its pacing a little bit, halfway through the film, but it does pick right back up, especially also when Tom Burke entered the movie, and when that happened, and his interaction with Furiosa, I loved all of that, and that was actually something I really enjoyed. That piece, that section in the film I really enjoyed watching. Do I think Furiosa is better than Mad Max Fury Road? No, but is it a great sequel to Mad Max Fury Road? Absolutely, and I think it deserves to be seen and experienced on the big screen. So my rating for Furiosa is check it out. Alright guys, that is it for my non-spoiler review for Furiosa. Let me know what you think of the film once you've seen it in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.